Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our first Rocket League video here on Game Gym Online for the spring season. In this video, we will be covering each of the 3 positions in the 3v3 game mode, which include first man, second man, and third man. Then we'll be talking about what the job of each is and how to identify which position you should be playing in your games. For the warm-up for this video, we will be spending 10 minutes in free play. The objective here is to warm up our mechanics by hitting the ball with as much power and speed as possible, and then following up our touches as fast as possible. My personal warm-up routine always consists of free play using this exact method, and has always done a good job of preparing my individual performance for weekly tournaments, league matches, and scrims, and what I usually do is throw some music on in the background while warming up. There are 3 positions in Rocket League: first man, second man, and third man, each with a distinct job. First man is the player closest to the ball, and their job is to attack the ball as quickly as possible, which will result in either taking control/possession of the ball or challenging an opposing player who has the ball and forcing them to give away the ball. In essence, first man wants to adopt a very aggressive play style. Second man is typically the player that is closest to first man, and their job is to support first man, meaning that second man can make themselves available for things like passes and following up a 50-50 that first man might have. Second man wants to stay aggressive, but also should make sure not to overcommit too much, so will be less aggressive compared to first man and more aggressive than third man. So for example, guys, if your first man looks a little bit shaky with the ball and it looks like they might lose the challenge, you want to be ready for a 50-50 if it comes your way, but if not, be ready to just rotate back to defense. You can be a little bit more passive in that situation. And lastly, third man is the last line of defense for a team and wants to stay further back than second and first man. The most important job of third man is to make sure that the ball never sails over you, as this will often mean a goal. So third man always wants to be behind their 2 other teammates. Third man can be tricky because you can't completely play passively, because you might be needed on offense. And a good example of being needed on offense is if you notice that your team is winning a lot of challenges on offense and there's like a rebound off the backboard, for example, that you could be there for. Just pay attention to what's happening and if the defenders are boost starved, and that's how you can know whether you should push up as third man. Alright guys, here's our first example. So right now we're going to take a 5-second pause and you're going to try to guess which position that I am playing at this current point. Okay, so what we need to look at first here is we see that my one teammate and my other teammate are both ahead of me. Therefore, I am simply playing third man. And guys, it'll be that easy in your actual games. You just need to see that if both of your teammates are ahead of you, you're the last line of defense. Alright, here's our second example. We're going to take another pause, and you're going to try to guess the position that I'm currently playing. Alright, so what we immediately notice, and this is right after our previous example, so you guys can see how quickly the rotation changes and how you'll have to play every position. We can see that my teammate KG right here is going for the ball, and I don't see my other teammate, so it's safe for me to assume that he's behind me and playing third man. So right here I'm playing second man, and that's because I see my one teammate who's first man on the ball, and I don't see my other teammate, so he's behind me. So my job right here is to just support whatever KG does. And what that ends up being is a pass middle, and we can see that I am perfectly positioned for it because all I do is just read where he's going with the ball. Doesn't end up being a goal, but it's a good attack. Alright, and here we are at our final example. We're going to take a 5-second pause and you're going to try to guess the position. Alright, so the position I'm playing here is a little bit more unorthodox than just a straight example of both your teammates being behind you. Right here I'm actually playing first man, but you can see my teammates actually aren't necessarily behind me. You can see that Board Prosperity up here is a little bit ahead of me, but the way I can know right here that I'm supposed to play first man is we can see that simply neither of my teammates are in a position to go for this ball. What's happening right now is it's going to bounce off the wall and come back right here. And it's very easy for me to see that I'm the player that has the best chance to go for this. Therefore, I'm playing first man. To summarize our position definitions, first man is always closest to the ball and attacks quickly. Second man is closer to first man and in front of third man, of course, and wants to support first man, and third man will always be behind both of their teammates. We will expand on the three positions in the future with things like useful mechanics for when you are in each, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.